first, I get this thing to sit on my stand correctly. First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. I titled this video, Why We Are the Best and what other screen paints will not try. One of the demonstrations I love to show off is basically the open window demonstration. Hold on. And I'm going to be doing that other demonstration with that TV screen side by side. Man, I really had a ball with that one right there. I'm definitely going to be doing that one more often. I might just buy me a TV just for that purpose. I'll let you stare out the window. Something you're not used to seeing in demonstrations when it comes to other screen paints or projection screens that claim to be ambient light projection or have ambient light projection technology. They don't allow you to look out the window. And their demonstrations. I'll be back. I'm going to grab some stuff. I'm going to do that TV side by side. I really had some fun with that one. But I'm going to let you look out the window, something you usually don't see in projection screen demonstrations, to be able to look out a window. Because usually the environment is too dark. Let's put on our overhead lights because we are a little dark in here. There we go. I'll be back. I'm going to grab that one downstairs. We'll get the one downstairs. The one downstairs. I'll be back, setting up a TV. I'm going to do two of these. I'll bring you over to the other room we're going to be playing into also too. I want to do that side by side next to that TV again. That was a fun demonstration. So I'm setting this up right now. My fire stick, wrong side. Fire stick up to this one. And I'm curious to see my 1080p Chrissy. I want to see my 1080p Chrissy. I got a 1080p Chrissy. There it is on the floor. I got a 1080p Chrissy next to my 720p 600 by 800 res projector. I want to do a side by side on that black screen. So we're going to do that 1080p right there, 4300 lumen Chrissy right there on the floor right there, next to that 600 by 800 res. Because, you know, then people are telling you that, oh, if you get a 720p, the resolution's not going to look too good. Well, we'll see about that too one day too. We'll do demonstrations that usually they won't show you, or they'll spend their time dodging as much as possible because they can't do the demonstration. Like I said, at the end of the day, it's your projector, your setup, your investment. That's good. And we have the projector set up over here, just setting things up. Yeah, we're good to go all on this. We're going to do some demonstrations off the screen. We're going to go outside and do some demonstrations. We're going to go places that other screens can't go. All right, so like I said, most demonstrations you will see on YouTube, people displaying their projection screen, whether it be high professional screens or whether it be hobby paints, you will never see them show you the windows first. We'll show you the windows first. So you can take a look outside my windows. You can see trees and grass and squirrels and all that good stuff out there. And then we have our screen here. Now mind you, look at the distance on where my screen sits next to the windows, right up on top. This is ambient light projection technology, real ambient light projection technology. Let's go to, we're going to go on YouTube. There we go. I'm gonna put my blinds in the day. These are what I'm putting in right now to get a little privacy. But look how sheer these things are. These are the ones I have downstairs. Designed so light can pass right through them. That's how you want it. See right here, I can see right through these things. These things are pretty interesting. People can't see in, but I can see out of these. These are pretty cool. I got these downstairs. These are the same kind of curtains I have downstairs for my screen that has 126 sitting in the window. That's how much light passes through those screens all day. So when you see me fire up that projector, now you know exactly how much light passes through the screens. Let's go over here and let's grab, let's see. Let's do, we got African tigers over here. Got some pretty flowers over there. Got some beautiful birds. Let's go check out the bird. Bird is the word. Get out of this menu real quick. So there's my screen right there, fully lit environment. And as you can see, if you look around, look at the walls, nice and bright. There's no shadows. Of course, there's no shadows. We got two windows standing right behind me. And I'm making contact with the screen. Let's go check out the angle gain. So we can go over here to the side. See if you can see the screen on the side. You can pick it up with all that window light. Show you how close the window light is to my screen. If this is bothering your screen, this kind of lighting, then like I said, at the end of the day, like some people literally think it's their projector. It's not your projector. There's nothing wrong with your projector. This is a knockoff. It's a fake projector. Then yeah, something wrong with your projector. But other than that, if you got a name brand projector, it could be an old model. I got projectors in here that are dated in 1999. I got them in 2000. I got old projectors in here. These projectors can fire off. There's nothing wrong with your projector. It's your screen. There's nice bright levels. Now, occasionally I will go to someone's video and I'll point out all the areas where they're basically dodging the daylight side of any form of ambient light, making contact with the screen. They're faking it, like they're portraying that they're really being hit by ambient light when they're not. But other than pointing out, either trying to, I don't know, I guess I'm not going to mimic our demonstrations. That's virtually impossible. I mean, most screens of light gray, if they don't have coding technology, their screens are automatically just going to wash out right from the door. Got that infinity black silver. That screen produced an image outside at what? 16 feedback on 1,000 lumens? And that screen's not even black. We have the exotics, multicolor screens that can produce much higher reds and blues and greens than certified projection screens. So at the end of the day, this is what my customers get. They don't have to be subjected to dark environments and have to buy expensive projectors to make up for what the screen can't do. And they can get contrast. Whether if your projector has contrast capability, if not, you're still going to pick it up on a black screen. Look at that. Isn't that a jet black screen we're looking at right now? Let's do something they can't do. Starfield demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
I got people who hate it when I say that. Starfield demonstration. They hate it when I mention that word.
What's for dinner?
You know, just your favorite.
What's the point of having a projector that has a 2 million to 1, 10,000 to 1? The one I have in the next room is 22,000 to 1 contrast if your screen can't see it. No point. See this? That's me working on my computer right now. That's me going in, disabling the likes, which the only thing I do on my page is disable my likes and disable the comment sections. See? I can work on my computer from my bed, read my text crystal clear, right next to a window with no problem whatsoever. While you stare at a Starfield demonstration, I'm over here doing my work. So let me see what I got to go in here and do. Every day, this is what I use. This is my technology. I don't have to, and if you notice, every time you come in, I show you the environment, nothing changes in the environment. I don't have to put special lights in certain areas to prove a point. I ain't got to do that. This is the same environment every single day when I wake up and turn on that screen every day. Now, usually when I see people trying to show off ambient light projection, saying they have that capability, the first thing I notice is that the environment will be peppered out with some lights. And then eventually that video will convert back to a dark environment. And if they do try to show off any form of contrast demonstrations, it's not going to be with this kind of lighting in the environment. They're going to basically cut corners as much as possible. Now that demonstration we requested yesterday, I guarantee it was never done. Let's see, this is done right here. Okay, that's good. Come out of this one right here. Let's do outer space screensavers.
Getting that from YouTube.
Let's see which one we want to go with first. I'm going to do this one right here. Now we don't have to put anybody's sample sheets up against our screen. Clearly in this demonstration, if you feel that you can match your technology, then you mimic the exact same demonstration that I'm doing right now. That's all. That shows you the screen's contrast capabilities and high white levels. All white, two windows are standing behind me, and I got my overheads on. See, I can go in that fast and disable that quick. A friend just showed me how to do that. How to just go right into a live chat while it's active and disable stuff. Check that out. So we can back it up 100% of what our technology does. I find it interesting, like I said, I find people basically showing off my videos and saying, well, this is wrong and that's wrong. Don't explain what's wrong in my video, match the demonstration. Do the exact same thing I'm doing right now. Show off a beautiful scenery outside my house with no problem, window light coming in. We got the overhead and I'm showing you scenes of outer space. Let's see if we can find something darker than this. Let's go to this one. Well, that's not darker, but you know, we'll get there. Oh, tardy candy.
At Tires Plus, you're in the driver's seat.
Ooh.
We know that when it comes to buying tires, the
There you go. I couldn't resist. This is by the company called Lux. I think that's what it is. I call it Lux. But its correct spelling is L-U-X-I. Sorry, L-U-X, yeah, I-N-I. There you go. So we got the gray side. You're not supposed to use, this side. You're supposed to use this side right here, which is your silver side right here, which we got to get this tape out of the way. Oh, come on, you possibly can't think that this is going to pull a contrast demonstration. Do you really think that? All right, well, let's just humor it. I'm about to get some tape up here. Let's get some tape. Now, I said before, when I had the sample sheet here, right? We had this here before we had Crow's screen paint that came in. I said if your screen matched that screen correctly, it's not going to show up on our screen. We're going to be able to fade your screen and that one with no problem. I said that. I called it ahead of time, did I not? Like I said, it's just basic common sense. If you're not doing demonstrations against high performance screens, if you can't do 11 screens certified, and keep in mind that black Infinity downstairs, that screen did that black gray Infinity downstairs did a 20 screen certified. 2 ultra short those certified and 18 against that technology. That's the one that did the 16 feet back. I can take you outside. We can do 16 feet back on that screen, and we can see who pulls up a higher SAR field demonstration. I don't think you want to go against that thing. But you want to keep going against those 12s. I don't know why. 12 is an amazing screen. 12 matched your TV last night in white levels. I got to tell people, not to be bragging, but it's true. Any demonstrations we do, and these are basic, simple demonstrations that we do every day, is considered to be a challenge. That's because they don't want to put the hard work into it. When you put the hard work in something, it shows in your product. When you don't put the hard work in it, well, then guess what? Your product starts lacking. That's what happens. So there it is right there. This screen, and I've seen the demonstration, is supposed to be fully lit. You can use this in a fully lit environment. There's no way in the world that screen's going. I told right there from the door when I first saw the surface, I was like, there's no way in the world that's going to be able to pick up in a fully lit environment. The colors are going to wash out right from the door. It's just not going to be to do it. I was like, well, you gotta tighten the screen up. Let me tell you something. Tightening the screen is not going to basically make the screen have the ability to pull a contrast level. It's not going to pull. You can't see it. Here is that silver paint, that PJD, I think that's what it's called. That's supposed to be able to pull a pretty good contrast level. Now this is for the fellow who made the comment about how you can just skip screen paints And it's basically just get a screen like this, or you can skip screen paints and basically get that PPJ. This is actually a higher version than the PPJ. That is Modern Masters. Modern Masters is a much more higher version of PPJ. If I'm going to do a demonstration, someone's saying, oh, PPJ is a good paint, you can use that, you'll save money. No, that paint can't produce contrast, it doesn't produce proper color, it fades. So anything it produces a good white level, that's as far as it goes, that is it. But other than that, that's as far as it can go. So that right there, that's the silver paint right there. Now, he won't do too many demonstrations against the UV because the UV mix doesn't produce high enough white levels. And his strong points on his technology is saying that you have to have those white levels. No, you have to have contrast levels. Last I checked, when you buy a projector, it does not talk about your white levels. It doesn't say you have a 2,000 or 20,000 to 1 white level. It says contrast. You need contrast. Contrast is very important. And if it wasn't important, then OLED wouldn't have spent tons and millions, maybe billions of dollars into a black screen knowing that it wasn't important. They would have made it gray. And if you look at the old technology in TV screens, they used to be gray. They're light gray, they got darker as you went along the line, and then now they're just jet black. It's the reason why. OLED explains it crystal clear in their demonstrations. So if a TV set needs to be jet black to give you better colors and higher white levels and so forth, the same thing applies to a projection screen. This is the reason why when you buy a projector, the first thing they talk about is those contrast capabilities. It has a 15,000 to 1. It has a 22,000 to 1. That's what they talk about. I have yet to see a projection screen, a projector come out and say, well, this has a 22,000 to 1 white level. Anybody? Nope. Never heard of that before. All right, so we got the, I'm going to do this anyway. Sorry, it's got to be done. We have Crow's Metallica Mix 2.0. It's the one we purchased. First thing I get when people start crying out, they start screaming. Now, this is the reason why I don't show you containers right from the door. Because I like it when people come in and they start crying, oh, where's the containers? Where's the containers? I got to see the containers. Got to see the container. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Now we did an unboxing on this live because when the container got here, it had a hole in the top of it and it dispersed all inside the package of the customer who ordered it from us. This same container with top. And no, he can't claim copyright. We did the research. He doesn't even own one. So no. Forget about that one too. I'm gonna lay this one on this one. We got the board here. Yeah, this one. This is a much more heavier one. Right there. And that's the silver Metallica. Cheaper paint right there. That's one at $50. Nice and cheaper one for 50 bucks. This is the personal mix right here. This is the one that we made on free due to the fact that he had a video posted how to make the product and remove the video, but that's when it matches that one. So I'm not going to use that one because we're going to use the one that we paid for that one, but we're going to use the one that has no affiliation with the video that he posted and removed. So as you can see, none of them full contrast. I don't know how in the world you're comparing this to black technology or any of the technology. You can't even compare that to an Epic. The Epic Blue can change colors. You can't. Your screen stays remains the same. Doesn't change. I don't know how you compare it, but all those look the same to me. All right. Let me give you the benefit of the doubt, and let's pull you up, give you a little, because you're not being used to being used with this much light in the environment. So we'll cut you a little break. I'll shut my curtains for you. Now we shut the curtains now. Curtains are shut. We don't have any ambient light. My curtains are very light. Light's still going to push through. They're not dark, but still, it's a lot more better in here for them right now. Let me plug my charger in real quick too. Let's go with the color red. Make sure we got the right remote control for that one because this one's beeping. All right, we got to mix up again. I'll be back. Woo! What are we doing? That one. The color red. Left it on my stack of projectors in the back. That's where I left it at. See? Can't see red. They can't see color. And we're ultra short though, 3600 lumens. We're sitting literally on top of the screen. Color blue.
Getting that from YouTube.
We don't have the curtains behind us. We just have light in the environment. That's it. You can't see blue. They can't see blue. That PJ, or PPJ, this is better than PPJ. This is actually, like I said, Modern Masters. Modern Masters is, I didn't want to go with PPJ. I figured if I want to do a demonstration, this is a fellow who basically made the statement saying, well, hey, look, you don't have to buy the screen paints. This particular screen will obsolete all screen paints. Yeah. Buddy boy, let me explain something to you on that one. I've tested my screens against 18 to 20 certified screens. How many have you tested against that? Like I said, feel free to match any of our demonstrations. We're going outside today, so that's going to be really interesting because I can't take that outside. Keep in mind, this can't go outside because that's indoor only. I am going to do some research on Summer Crow's paint. Pretty sure that one has been outside. I know the personal mix has been outside, so that one will be going outside today against the Black 12. Black 12 is sitting outside at 135 inches outside. We're going to do that on 1,000 lumens. We're going to pour a Starfield demonstration outside. All right, so let's get kicking. Let's see. Let's go to green screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now somebody might say, oh, but Ken, that's not. Okay, then we'll get a professional screen. We got 20 of them back there. Which one are you going to get? Let's go get a professional. We have here a Dark Star 9. This is a Dark Star 9. This is a $3,000 projection screen surface right here. This is a high performance screen. We'll put that one right here. Ooh, wait, I forgot. You can't use a Dark Star 9. Dark Star 9s are not Ultra Short Throw compatible. See how that screen came up gray? Can't use it. They're not Ultra Short Throw compatible, which is interesting because it's a $3,000 screen and you can't use it with Ultra Short Throw. You can use ours with Ultra Short Throw. You can't use that one. It won't pick up. Let's see what we got here. curious what the Vivistorm would look like next to that. This is Vivistorm. They have a long throw, and then I know for a fact that this basically is both. That's both right there. And then we have the Vivistorm here. Let's see what that one comes in at. I got to do that white screen. We got to do that 135-inch white screen and put all the screens side by side to see exactly how they pair up next to each other. Vivistorm. All right. Let's go with the color blue.
Getting that from YouTube.
See, they all can't pick up color. Can't pick up color, can't see it, they can't see it on one another at all, period. You would have to get up super close on the screen in order to see which ones are actually going to pull better color. And that's just, you gotta get this close. So this one right here, the Vivistorm, pulls up better color. You have to be up close to do it. Then Crow's Metallica mix. See, picks up a better blue. Back here, you can't really see it. Let's put this one over here against the black screen, our technology. This is why I like doing the long throws, because we have more fun. We still got a curtain shut. Let's pull up a color pattern, see what happens. See? No real ambient light projection technology at all. Due to the fact that this screen's automatically washed out in fully lit environments. In order for you to use that screen, you're going to have to be in a dark environment. Oh, wait, there is another one. Elite Screen has that ceiling light projection technology. I got to grab that. Here we go. This is a new screen by, well actually it's one of them. I'm trying to get the third one. That's the ceiling light projection 2. They make a ceiling light projection 3. This is supposed to be, and this is when the guy did the video, and he says his curtains were open up behind him, and the screen was producing an amazing image with the curtains open behind him. This is what open curtains are supposed to look like behind you. It's not supposed to be half blinds. Not supposed to be awnings in the way blocking any of the ambient light coming in. It's not supposed to be, like I said, half blinds here and here are dark blinds. Some people bring the blinds from down real low. No putting little bars of light pushing in between the blinds, because that means your blinds are on a slant. That's what you're doing. Put your blinds on a slant. When that ambient light comes through, it's going to hit that slant. It's going to point downward. It's not going to go forward. You should be able to see objects outside the window with no problem. If you're not seeing objects outside the window, they're talking about doing ambient light projection demonstrations. And they're talking, and they mention a window in that ambient light projection demonstration. You're not seeing any windows at all. Oh, you can't see anything outside. Then there's something wrong. They're blocking ambient light. So there's a color pattern. Now, one thing they can do is it can bring up white levels. White screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
Let's put up a white screensaver. There's our white levels versus the other screens. Like I said, a white screensaver. White levels that high are not a good thing. Let's go switch over to our blue again. We'll take it to red. Red screen.
Audible lets you experience book.
Red screen.
Audible lets you experience.
Blue screen. It's not programming right, acting right.
Getting that from YouTube.
There we go. See? You can't see it. All right, so let's take out the Cinema Gray 5D, which keep in mind this will cost my customers around $1,300 to $1,400. These right here, I forgot the price of these. How much you wanted for this particular screen, by screen. I gotta look that up. I know it's not the price that we're charging. The price that we charge for a 100-inch of this technology costs my customers around $198. And if you were to get a 120-inch, it would cost my customers $248, compared to a screen that would cost you around $1,300 to $1,400. Now, this stuff right here is the cheaper screens. This one, this piece right here, for the 60-inch piece, cost me around $39. The Modern Master cost me around, for a quart of it, $60. And then for Crow's Metallica paint, it did cost me, because I had to wire the money to the woman to pay for it, cost me $107. Starfield demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
You spent an entire year preparing for one incredible night. Let's do this! We trained for a time.
Now this will be shared on all my channels, including my Facebook channel. Also, too, I'm going to be doing videos on my Facebook group channel. Oh, yeah, we have a Crystal Edge group channel. And these are all posted too. Now, if anyone feels that we have done them wrong in this demonstration, feel free to mimic the exact same demonstration I'm doing right now. And that includes companies and hobbyists, all the same. Let's go over and let's see if we can pull up. Let's see, we did colors already. Red didn't come up on here. Okay, let's try outer space screensavers.
Getting that from YouTube.
Let's see how your contrast levels pop up on here. We're going to do some outer space screensavers. Some real dark levels. This shows our customers that they can use our technology in a fully lit environment. I think while you're watching this, I'm gonna get my TV set up in here. How much goes into the charge? I'm plugging into the charge. We don't need this at the bottom. It's adding too much weight. We'll leave that on while I set up in the next room. This is really interesting. So this is Vivistorm's Ultra Short Throw screen right here. And with this we can use. That's an Ultra Short Throw surface. It kind of has that same reflective surface as the Lux does. I'm curious. Let me put these two together. see which one of these will produce a much better. Ooh, my goodness. Well. Look at that. That produces a much better contrast level. That is Vivistorm's Ultra Short Throw blackout cloth surface. Well, no, sorry, projection screen, my fault. That's their projection screen. Yeah, of course, they're not going to be the sharp on that screen. That screen is literally jet black. But if you put this right up against, wow. And that right there, that's Vivistorm. That's their short throw projection screen. That produces a much better contrast. I mean, it's not a black contrast level, but it produces a much better contrast level than Crow's Metallica Mix with no problem whatsoever. And this is their what? This is the Ultra Short Throw Ambient Light Projection. That doesn't do too bad. That's not too bad. That's actually pretty good. I give them that much. That is actually pretty good. That is actually, whoop, that curtain told me the wrong way. That is actually pretty good for an ultra short throw. Right there, pretty good. It's picking that up with no problem whatsoever. I have to test that for a minute. Let's look at my remote control real quick. I gotta look at some stuff real quick. The color red.
Getting that from YouTube.
Yeah, that's picking up I mean, the red's not all that great, but it's still picking up way better than the other screens I have up there right now. Way better. I mean, it's not as red as our screen, but like I said, it's picking up way better. But it has that narrow viewing cone effect. That's the problem. It does turn dark on the side. Yeah. So I gotta take the camera over there so you can see this for a minute. You want to turn to the side. Turns a little darker, but it picks up a much better red than the Crow screen paint and the Lux. Way much better. Much better. The color blue.
Getting that from YouTube.
Yeah, it does. Picks up way better. I bet you it picks up better than that whatchamacallit too, this silver paint too. I guarantee it picks up a much better image than both of those together. Let's look at that real quick. Yeah, picks up a much better blue. The Vivistorm Ultra Short Throw is actually better than the Lux, and it's better than Crow's Personal Mix, actually Metallica Mix, and the PJ. That thing is literally picking up a blue level. Out of all the screens I've seen up here, they can't pick up that level, but that screen literally is picking. That's why we got to do the all-white screen. We got to take our technology off the table, and we got to do an all-white screen and put them against each other, seeing which ones stack up. That's pretty amazing. I give them that much right there. And people are like, well, what about it next to yours? Yeah, that's not going to go. We did these tests already. That's what it looks like next to our technology. Oh, he thought it was going to be... No, nothing's going to compete against our technology. I told you, by the end of this year, we're going to dominate every screen. That's the whole goal. The whole goal is to dominate every screen that we can get our hands on. That's the whole purpose. It's a strategy behind everything. Because we're working on something big. Once the stuff we're developing now gets done taking over everything we can possibly get our hands on, then we're going to launch the heavy stuff. When people think, oh, what, that was... No, that's not the heavy stuff. The stuff we're going to bring out is going to have sun killer technology. That's the stuff that's going to dominate everything. which means we're going to be calling out a lot of high-end projection screen companies. This is actually pretty good. This, again, that much, it's pretty good. It's way better than, this is an ultra short though ambient light rejection. From what I've seen so far, it's not going to match your technology. From anything out here, it's better than these, no problem. It's not going to match your tech. But as for this screen that guy was raving about, now this is actually better than this screen, a lot better. Starfield demonstration.
Getting that from
Curious.
YouTube. What do I want for dinner?
Nope.
Pasta sauce.
Starfield demonstration. Not
Getting
even
that from YouTube.
close. See? It can even pull up some sorts of contrast level. So that's why I said before the fellow, this was not Crow, before the fellow came out and made the comment about the screen, this particular screen where he's ranting and raving about it, you should have did more tests. You should have did a lot more tests. All you did was take the screen, staple it against the wall, hit it against a black surface, and then go into this rant and rave about how beautiful it looks. You didn't test it against any form of high performance screens to see how it stacked up. Different forms of projectors on how it stacks up. None of that at all, period. That's why I can come on here in this live demonstration and show you a screen from another company producing a better image than the screen you were ranting and raving about. Should have did research on my company first before you started putting me into the mix, because now I completely shut this screen down. But this is actually better than the screen right here. Way better. This is the Vivid Storm. I got these samples on Amazon for 20 bucks. I got 4 of them from them. This is why it pays to do test demonstrations. That's why it pays to do it. And you don't come on YouTube looking like a complete idiot. I'm sorry, but some people do come on like a complete idiot because they don't do the test properly. But still, like I said, at the end of the day, it's not going to match your tech. But besides this thing right here, no problem. Next to Crow's paint and this paint is Metallica paint, whatever it is. That's not his paint right there. That is a store-bought paint that I bought from a hobby shop, and it's called Modern Masters. Done for detailed designs and stuff like that. That's all it's for. But that's the contrast level that screen's pulling up. And my windows are open behind me right now. So my windows are open, as you can see. Now, next to our technology, no, it's not going to stand. Next to this right here, yeah, it's definitely. That's what I got to do, an all-white screen. Just take our screen out of the equation, do an all-white screen with 135, put these guys side by side, see which one needs to come out on top. And that screen literally just beat the daylights out of Crow's paint right now. And the other paint, and this one right here. Just put them all together, not just him, all of them. The color red.
Getting that from YouTube.
See? It might not pull up a dark red image as high as our screen, but it's much higher than these screens. These screens are completely washed out altogether. The color green.
Getting that from YouTube.
See? It pulls a much better green. Much better green. Yeah, it put these greens to shame. This is much better. Now mind, this is ultra short though only. Oh man, I forgot. I completely forgot. We gotta go back. We gotta go back. We messed up. We messed up big time. We messed up big time. We messed up big time. And I see where I messed up. I gotta go grab me another projector. Ah! Messed up big time. See, this is the many flaws I hate to say it, that you're going to spend the money for a screen. It's supposed to be both ultra short throw and long throw. That screen's not ultra short throw screen. It's long throw only. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's one of the flaws right there. You have to have a certain projector to use the screen. Our screens are ultra short throw and long throw compatible. So now I got to swap out, put in a long throw projector, stick it behind me, do the demonstration again off the screen because that particular screen is not ultra short throw compatible. So all you have ultra short throws, you can't use that screen. You can use this one. This is ultra short throw compatible, but it's not long throw compatible. So with this one, you're only stuck with ultra short throw only. Yeah, that's the messed up part about it. Okay, let's grab an ultra long throw projector. Whee! Get that done. Get her done. I know I probably, because I got my comments off, I probably got people ranting right now at their house talking about, no, that's a long throw. It's supposed to be used with long throw screens only. Well, you said it. It has to be used with long throw screens only. Mine doesn't. I can use Weidman ultra short throw and long throw, but we're bringing a Chrissy in here. I'll load it up. And people ask, why do you have so many projectors? This is why I have so many projectors, because we can do swap outs at will. That's why. Now somebody's probably writing like, no, it's long throw. It's long throw only. Kind of forgot the last time I did a demonstration on the screen. Yeah, it was, it's definitely long throw. So, yeah, you can't use ultra short throw. Wait a minute. If he did a demonstration on his screen, he was using that Optima. Was he using Optima? He was using Optima. Optima's ultra short throw. You're not supposed to use it on that screen. I'm curious. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a demonstration. We're going to hit some of the screen with ultra short throw. We're going to hit the other half with a long throw. See if there's any difference in that. That's what we're going to do. And that'll put it into that theory altogether. Because you've seen if you take a Dark Star 9, you put it up there, it turns gray. Just no color, nothing comes up on it. That's a screen that's not designed for ultra short throw. That's picking up color. It might not be a lot of color, but it's picking it up. Show you. This is a screen that's not ultra short throw compatible. How you know? Because they can't pick up anything. They pick up nothing. Nothing will come up on it at all. It'll be blank, just like that. You won't get color. Not a thing will come up on it. It can't read an ultra short throw. That thing is reflecting color. So that's how I know that thing has to be both. So somebody's theory is off, way off. So what we're going to do is we're going to do half of that with ultra short throw and the other half with long throw. If they come up both with the same, the screen is both. It's ultra short throw and long throw. I don't know where anybody got that idea from. Eventually I haven't done enough tests on screens because that right there, if this screen was ultra short compatible, nothing would come up on the screen. Nothing. I got a funny feeling somebody doesn't know what they're talking about. We're going to find out today. Because usually screens that are not ultra short throw compatible won't show anything at all. They can't display color, they can't display nothing. What is going on with my projector? This is going to go in. I'm about to say. They can't display anything, nothing. Let me see if we got ourselves an outlet here. Plug this into. Okay. All right, I'm running through here. The Chrissy projector. See what I mean? This is an ultra screen. It's not designed for ultra short throw. See how they come up? Can't produce anything at all. It comes up blank. They're not compatible for ultra short throw. If you hit that ultra short throw projection with a projector and you set up, your screen's not going to show anything at all. Can't pick it up. That's picking up a color. If I turn on this projector, and this projector produces that same color that I just did, this was long throw and ultra short throw. And I'm going to go through the company. I'm going to check their video demonstrations, if there are any, and see if anyone has used a long throw projector with it on ultra short throw. All right. Let's go over here. Take this baby out. And behind us, we're going to fire up our Christie projector. I'm pretty sure I plugged this in correctly. Did I hit a kill switch back here? No, kill switches were on. Okie dokie. Kill switch again. Alright, wait a minute. Christie projector for some reason is not cutting on. Let's see what's going on. Whoa. What am I sitting on here? Let's see what's going on why the Christie won't fire up. Plugged in. No problem. Alright. Fine, no problem. What's the deal? Kill switches are not on. Alright, let's change out the outlets and the plugs. Maybe we're having a problem with one of the plugs. I know it's not the projector. Projector usually has that kind of problem. Let's see what's going on here. Plug all the way in. Kill switches are... Alright. Change out the plug. Alright, I'll be back. I'm going to grab me another plug for Christie. For some reason, it won't fire up on that side. I don't know why. Maybe it's the plug. I'm going to need this plug over here just in case. We'll grab ourselves another cord. Fire that up. See what we got. Throw that cord in the trash. Can't use that anymore because it's not firing up on this cord. Okay. Alright, what's going on with that power? There we go. Cord is faulty. So I'm going to take that cord, throw that in the trash. Can't use that anymore. That's a faulty cord. Alright, there we go. Now we got the Christie right here. That's set up. I know people are sitting there anxious, like, it's gone. We did this demonstration, mind you. We've done this one already. It's going to react the same way. Cross your fingers, boys and girls. Keep all hands in the cart at all times. Let's see what we got here. Let's go over. Over. Let's bring it over. There we go. Let's bring it better. This is a little better so we're not too crooked. Alright, this is what I like about lens shift. I don't have to worry about saying, oh, if it's going to fit or not. I just put it right in the spot and we're good. Alright, that's good right there. Let me just, my keystone is way off. That's right on the screen right here. Let's bring it down. Oh, no. We need keystone here. Alright. Let's just focus a little better. There we go. Now, which one of these is which? Let's see. That's going to be right here. Alright, so let's bring up those colors again. Color blue.
Getting that from YouTube.
See, told you. Makes no difference. You can't see it. Can't see color. And I'm using a 4300 lumen Christie projector. That's a full 1080p projector, 1920 by 1200. compared to the 720p projector that's sitting on the floor at 3600 lumens. And it can't pick up. Color red.
Getting that from YouTube.
See? And our windows are open. Windows are open. That's a 4300 lumen projector. Look how close it's sitting to the screen. So at the end of the day, it doesn't make a difference if you have 4300 lumens, you can't see your screen. Your color's not picking up. You still have to be in the dark. That's kind of bad. You still have to be in the dark with a 4300 lumen projector that we got to get measuring tape. I got to see how close it's sitting up on this screen. After that, I got to get this measuring tape. We're probably right up on top of the screen. And there are probably people ranting like, what's he doing? For long throw. Long to the fact that you had to sit there and probably yell inside your mind that it's for long throw only, even tells you the screen has shortcomings. Because our technology can be used with long throw and short throw when you're stuck on a long throw with the screen. So you can forget about purchasing that ultra short throw projector. And if it's not going to work with an ultra short throw, it's definitely not going to work with a short throw. Same category, almost same category. One's just close to the other. So we are around, I say 8 feet. We are 8 feet away. Wait. Hold on. Let me read that correctly. They asked me where the lamp starts at. So we're 8 feet away with 4,300 lumens. And it's not good. That's really not good. 8 feet. Right there. Some change. At 4,300 lumens. On a Chrissy full 1080p projector. And that's venue. That's a venue projector at that. And color's not coming out at all. Let's go with, wow. Color green.
Getting that from YouTube.
We'll just go right down the middle. That's really not good. Color red.
Getting that from YouTube.
Color red. Color red? Color red? Color red.
Getting that from YouTube.
The reason why I'm requesting red because red has these right here in their category.
I don't take my beginnings for granted.
I am big.
The PPJ looks exactly like the Lux screen. Literally it does. Exactly like it. And that screen's a high-grade silver paint. As I explained before, just because your screen produces high white levels doesn't mean it's a good thing. It's an extremely bad sign. That means you can't full contrast, and if you can't full contrast, your colors are not going to pop. Even with a 4300 lumen projector, you're still not going to see it. White screens are even worse. They don't pick up anything at all. Now, as I told you before, an Elite 135 inch screen, which we have in the next room, I can put a white sheet of paper against that and you can't tell one from the other. So it's equivalent to a white sheet of paper, literally. Starfield demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
The problem is you watch a lot of misleading demonstrations where people are dodging, doing these fake demonstrations. They're hiding their screens in poorly lit environments. They're directing where they want the light to go. They want it to stay away from the screen. My windows are probably about 9 feet away from my screen. They're right directly on top of my screen. And my screen doesn't sit directly to the wall because it's acoustic, so it's pushed out from the wall. Sony 4K demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
In the Sony 4K demonstration, the background is the nighttime. They show the nighttime display of a casino or whatever, that restaurants and so forth. That background is supposed to remain black at all times. Now, what they'll tell you that, oh, but you can see color right here. You can see the image right here. That's fake. We can see the image. No, it's not the fact you see the image. The background is supposed to remain black. That's why it's called a contrast demonstration. It's supposed to remain black. You're supposed to be able to see the black levels and the bright levels at the same time. It's a contrast demonstration. If you went out and you purchased and you paid around $30,000 for an outdoor OLED TV and your background came up looking like that, would you keep it or would you take it back to the store? You take it back to the store because that background is supposed to be black. Let's go get some colors in there. As I said before, if his technology matched that screen, there's no way in the world he's going to pass on anything we have down here, because we could beat that screen with no problem. I think what people thought, because the screen was brighter, it was going to produce a higher red level or higher white level next to a black screen. Because a black screen, images were going to come up so dark you couldn't see them. That's what they thought. Not knowing that the black screen has the ability to produce high white levels, but deeper and richer colors, because it has a contrast capability, and that's why the images look realistic on our end, and all the rest of them, it looks fake. See, that's what he was playing on. The fact that you would think that, oh, that image would come up so dark. I think that TV demonstration right there, and I'm pretty sure he hasn't done that demonstration yet, of that screen producing white levels, 12, this is a 17, 12, producing white levels next to a television. And this is why you have to be in the dark environment. This is why you have to calibrate the projector. And this is 4300 lumens, full 1080p. I think that's what it is. The image is going to come up so dark you couldn't see it at all. certificate. All that washed out. You can't even see the detail in the horse. It's supposed to look like that in the background. I'm now curious, how close was this come to this? Yeah, I thought so. I was kind of curious about that. I actually was right on that one. It matches. Just pause that for a minute. I'm gonna go take a look at something real quick. Let's look at this real quick here. This is Crow's personal mix. Let's check this out for a minute. I'm pretty sure the Cinemax mix, I think, is actually very, very light. It's a very, very light gray. That would have some very serious issues struggling with any form of ambient light. It would have extremely bad issues struggling with color and contrast. They wouldn't be able to produce. That's why he can't do that. When we requested him to do it, I'm pretty sure he hasn't done it. We asked him to do it side-by-side TV demonstration showing contrast of its fully lit environment. Everything had to be well lit, as we showed off in the demonstration. The background had to be fully exposed with tons of ambient light. I'm pretty sure he didn't do that demonstration at all because that screen can't pull it off. It's a very, very light gray screen. I want to show you something. And yeah, people saying, well, look, it's matching your screen. Oh, my goodness. We'll play this again. See, on this screen, they have a better chance. When you place it against a black screen, then it changes. I don't know who in the world got this theory that they thought a gray screen was going to be the producer over a black screen. Are you kidding me? Oh. If that was the case, it would bring the colors properly, which it doesn't do. Red screen.
Audible lets you experience books.
Blue screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
There you go. There's no way in the world I can pick it up. There's no contrast in the screen. Doesn't have the ability to pick up. Red screen.
Audible lets you
Yeah, she's having her
experience
attitude
books
today.
in a whole new
Let's
way.
see if we can get around her. There we go. We'll take that. See? And that's 4,300 lumens. So what we're going to do is we're going to basically shut our blinds behind us, our curtains, Give the screen a chance. We'll darken it a bit in here. Shut our blinds. We'll take our overhead lights out. Now we're just in this, well, I can't consider this dark environment, but close enough to somewhat. And now if you look at it, again, we darkened the environment, took out the lights, closed the blinds, 4300 lumen projector, 8 feet away, still can't see it, can't pick up color. I forgot we don't do that. We can go out of here. We can pick up anything we want from here.
New Gillette Antiperspirant. Feel dry without worrying about irritation, even on those 72-hour days.
Party foul? Quick. A quicker picker-upper. Bounty.
All right. Let's take these out right here. Let's make this really, really drastic. I'm going to go in. As I said before, I've seen this product before used on against our black screens many, many times, claiming that our screens came up too dark, you can't see them. So in our claims, we're going to make, not only can we see that, because we've done it against the TV, and you can't get any more brighter than a TV, that their screens, his screen, can't pick up a contrast level. Can't pull proper color. This is why it tells you to calibrate your screen. Because he knows you're going to take that screen, and you're going to stick it in your environment that's not going to look like his environment, and it's going to come up looking bad. You're not going to have the same projector he's using in his demonstration at all. That's why I have, people ask me why I got so many projectors, because we test our screens on all kinds of stuff. Cheap projectors, 800 lumen projectors, all kinds of outdated, crappy projectors to show you that no matter we hit that screen with, it's going to pull up. Like that Infinity black screen that pulled that image up at 16 feet on 1,000 lumens, and it pulled the star field, and that screen's gray. So you're at 4,300 lumens. What we're going to do is we're going to swap this out, and we're going to put in the 36 at 22,000 to 1 contrast. But before we do that, let's bring the 43 up a little closer to the screen and see if that changes anything. Now we got 4,300 lumens venue projector. So we can bring our images up a little higher up. And let's go over and let's start switching out real quick. Nope, we don't need that, thank you. So I got you at around 43. 4,300 lumens. And we are now about 5 feet away from the screen at 43, straight on hit. No windows are open behind me. See how the red levels fade? Because it can't pick up red. Let's see how it works out for you. You can't get any more brutal than that. Right up on top of the screen. Right up on top of the screen, and you can't see red. At 4,300 lumens. See how fast your screen washed out? You can't pull red. You can't see it. You can't see color. Now, this screen right here is the personal mix. This screen is the screen he has right now. I think Cinemax is way lighter than this screen. Imagine what that thing would look like if it laid against one of our screens. That laying against it right now, that is, let's see. Come here. See the screen laying up against that's producing the better color? That's a Dark Star 9. That's what it says. No way in the world he beat that screen. No. That's a Dark Star 9 right now laying against his screen right now. That's producing better contrast. That's why when he did the demonstration against the Dark Star 9, in that demonstration, he made sure he stayed with the lightest colors possible. He did not do a contrast demonstration. You think he would have done a Starfield demonstration next to a Dark Star 9? No. He's not going to do that. If he's got the Dark Star 9 in his possession right now, I would like to see him lay that screen up against that screen, pull contrast demonstration, and get right up on top of that screen and show it off. You're producing so high of a white level at 4,300 lumens, your screen's washing out. And we don't have none of the windows open. It's nice and dark in here. This is why. Color blue.
Getting that from YouTube.
You can't see color. Screen's blind. That's why the colors are coming up faded and washed out.
The new Jabra Elite 85T. Control the noise you block out with advanced active noise cancellation for supreme sounding music and calls. Jabra Elite 85T. Accept no compromise.
Colgate Optic White Overnight Whitening Pen.
Your white levels are so high that you're fading out the red in the background of the screen.
Whitening while you sleep. Wake up to a wider, brighter
Even the skin
smile.
tones are off.
Use together for great
Man,
whitening.
it's not that white. Look at that. And that's why the excuse is when you take the screen home and it doesn't work out, it doesn't give you the colors that you want, the first thing it's going to be saying you have to calibrate your projector to get those perfect colors. Not considering the fact that he's using a $3,000 to $4,000 projector in the demonstration that he's displaying. That's why it's important to do projector swap outs. That's why I go from a 43, drop it all the way down to 1,000 in the projector to show my customers, look, you don't have to have a 43. We can bring it all the way down to 1,000. We can bring it down to 800. You see me do constant projector swap outs in those demonstrations. We can throw it on ultra short throw, showing how the screen is going to maintain. The environment doesn't change. The projector may swap out, but the environment doesn't change. Now, if he feels that I've done it wrong in this video demonstration, he can back it up by doing the same demonstration. As a matter of fact, I would still like to see that demonstration against that TV. I haven't done that one yet. Your screen can't see color. That's why it's still remaining the same. If you take it out and you stick it in your environment and it's well lit and the screen washes out, the first thing he's going to say to you, I never said the screen was ambient light rejection. But yet you put it against screens that are ambient light rejection. Dark Star 9s are ambient light rejection. The Great Cinema 5D is ambient light rejection. You constantly compare yourself to that technology. Even our technology is ambient light rejection. But if a customer comes in and complains and says, screen's washing out, the first thing you'll say is, hey, look, it's not ambient light rejection. Or are you saying you don't need it? Let's go over and let's grab, let's see. Let's grab, let me see. We know what's going to happen if we hit one of these. Let's see how much darker our screen would come up if we pull off a white level. So let's put in LG snowboarding demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now keep in mind, I do this. His technology is going to produce a slight water level because, like I said, we have a black screen. But to his theory, to what he tells everybody else, that our image is going to come up so dark that you're not going to see the screen at all. Period. So let's see. And mind you, I'm going to have those individuals that are thinking right now, well, your projector is sitting right up on top of the screen. I have done demonstrations. This is probably the first time I've done a demonstration this close. Usually my projectors sit back between 13 and 16 feet from the screen and between 18 feet. And we do demonstrations outside on projectors of 1,000 lumens at 13 to 16 feet. All right, so yeah. So keep in mind, if this screen can't pull up on a projector of 4,300 lumens, at 5 feet away from the screen, what chance do you think your screen's going to pull up? And I can pull the projector back, we'll get the same results. I love doing this with the naysayers, but let's go. J and K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
J and K 4K.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now mind you, our image is supposed to come up literally so dark that you can't see the image at all. It's supposed to be dirty, unwatchable. From what I see from here, his screen is producing so much white light, you can't see it. You literally have to stand up on top of the screen in order to see it. Let's see if we can go up here. Let's find the women who are doing the pose. Let's see what that brings up. Well, you can't pull contrast, so you're not going to see that part. Can't pull red, so red's not going to come up. You can't pull the purple background in the background of violet because you can't recolor. Not even with the projector sitting right up on top of the screen at 4,300 lumens, you can't see it. So keep in mind, if you can't see the screen at 4,300 lumens at 5 feet, don't you think that if you pull that projector back to fit the screen and it has to go farther back, which means the lumens have to travel even farther across the screen? You kind of get the theory of what I'm saying here? So by putting the projector up, people say, oh, that's not fair because the projector is sitting too close. No, with the projector at 4,300 lumens sitting that close to the screen, that means the distance throw from A to B is much shorter, which means the lumens are going to be a lot more stronger and the screen should be brighter and be to produce a much better picture. If you pull the projector out even farther, that means depending on how well lit the environment is, that means the lumens count is going to start to drop depending on how far it has to reach from A to B, which means you have a longer distance throw. You hear what I'm saying? So at 43, this is a cakewalk because the projector has lumen counts to lose by the time it makes contact with the screen. That's why the final demonstrations for our technology are done outside at 1,000 lumens outside because there's no windows, doors, or nothing protecting the screen or the projector whatsoever. That means 1,000 lumens has to travel 13 to 16 feet across an environment make contact with a screen that's surrounded in ambient light and push an image right back so you can see it. And the hardest one to pull off is a star field at a 190-degree viewing angle. See, I'm not going to tell you all about the pretty colors and all. I'm explaining to you the science behind it all. So that's why if it's not going to show up at this distance, it's not going to show up if you throw it back. Now we got the windows open, plenty of light pushing in the environment, nice and bright in here. New York City, dark screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
Why levels the two eyes watching on his own screen? $4,300 lumens right up on top of the screen. Now, if you feel that I did you wrong in this demonstration right here, feel free to mimic the exact same demonstration. Now, when I say mimic the exact same demonstration, meaning I don't want to see any half curtains. I want to see it look just like this. You should be able to look out the window and see your parking lot right outside your house. As you can look outside my window and you can see everything from top to bottom with no problem whatsoever. See? I'll give you another challenge tomorrow. I'll take this town, and I'll bring in my 1,000 lumen projector and I'll stick it right up in the window and I'll do the exact same demonstration all over again. Because keep in mind, this technology pulled up on 1,000 lumens outside at 451. This is nothing because I got walls in here protecting the screen. So we test our ambient light projections test outside. LG Beta Fish.
Getting that from YouTube.
Some people may say, well, why do you keep... We test everybody. Now, if we did only screen paints, his screen paints only in our demonstrations, then you can say that. But I got over 22 sample sheets from high performance screens. We test everybody. We come after him harder because of the fact that he keeps comparing his technology to ours. And I have to keep doing these demonstrations to show you that no, you're not. I'm right up on top of the screen with a 4300 lumen projector, 1920 by 1200. It's a Chrissy projector at that. Can't get any closer than that. And everybody knows that the smaller the picture size, the more tighter the pixelations become, the more sharper and brighter the image becomes. But the first thing I'll get is, on his end, oh, it's not ambient light rejection. Then why are you testing it against ambient light rejection technology? You shouldn't even be anywhere near our technology to begin with, or anybody else's ambient light rejection. That's just a poor excuse of telling you that my screen basically cannot pick up in a fully lit environment. And if you call me, I'm just going to tell you, hey, I never said it was ambient light rejection. "4K animals."
Getting that from YouTube.
Let's go pull up some 4K animals. See if we got some animals in the mix. Nope, a lot of scenery. I need 4K animals. That's what I want. Let me see what we got going on with this one. I just want 4K animals on there. Let's see what we get with this one. There we go, that's better. You need contrast to add detail. If the screen can't produce contrast to begin with, that means all the detail and depth of the screen is going to basically disappear. And like I said, when somebody said, oh, contrast is not important, I don't ever remember any projection screen company at any given time, here and now, saying that, hey, we got a projector with a 20,000 to 1 white level. They're always talking about contrast. And like I said, at the end of the day, the product works. It does. This product works. It's just not on our level of technology, that's all. We have to constantly remind this individual that no, you're not on our level of technology. Stop doing these fake demonstrations with these fake paints that you keep splashing together to saying it's our product. Stop doing demonstrations where you're comparing other people's screens and you're not doing the full demonstration. And all you're doing is picking out select videos that make his screen look good. He's not doing those orange and blue and green and red levels to show you the comparison, what the projector is really seeing when it displays color. He's not showing you contrast levels. He's sticking to very, very light colors because that's the only way his screen can pull a proper image. And at that, as you can see right now, even with bright colors against our technology, it doesn't do well. And keep in mind, we do these demonstrations, I put you on the 12, which is a 135-inch screen in the next room. We had people complaining that the sample sheets weren't big enough. Yeah, that's why we had the 5x5 and the 6x3 painted ahead of time for those individuals that want to complain about that. And keep in mind, that projector over there is a Chrissy long throw at 5,000 lumens. Philips 4K demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
There you go. There's your bright colors right there. Let's see how your bright colors pull up on a 43. Chrissy. Now, is it better than a white screen? Yeah. Anything that's slightly darker than a white screen is better than a white screen. Anything. Heck, you can go down to Home Depot and get yourself some gray primer and throw it up against a white screen. That's better than a white screen. The only difference is the white screen is going to produce a higher white level because it's a white screen. But your colors and all that are going to change slightly by a little. You're not going to see any dramatic change in it. The reason why OLED spent that money to invest in those black screens. Well, that's basically about it for me. I'm done. I got to get orders. My orders are done. They're downstairs. My happy customers are going to be very happy because they're going to have technology that they can use in a full lit environment, and they don't have to spend a ton of money for a projector to do it. I have another ultra short throw. I bought another one of those ultra short throw projectors. Why not? They're 180 bucks. I own like 6 of them now. I got an ultra short throw now in every room. In every room, I got an ultra short throw. That one right there, that's my main projector. That's why I was telling the guy when I was talking to a customer yesterday, you watch these demonstrations with people showing off their projection screen setup next to their screen paints or maybe high performance projection screens, these big companies. All these guys are using expensive high-end projectors, poorly lit environments. And here we're using 720p's. I got 720p's running through my whole house. $59, 720p. That's the only one I paid the most money for was $1,200. And that one had a $4,000 wallet sitting on top of it. And I chose to go with a 720p and I upgraded it to a WXGA. All right, so customers, you are good to go. Your orders are already set up and assembled. I'm going to have you taken care of today. Let me get this done. Later on, we're going outside. We're going to play on that's the 12. That's a 1235-inch screen that has been through 4 snowstorms. Rain, wind, sleet, you name it, it had to go through it. Everything sat out there in that rain cold. And we're going to do a demonstration off that screen. And watch, there won't be one crack or peel on that screen at all. The technology is built well. All right, first things first, as always, I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior for blessing me with such amazing ideas, with this wonderful blessing. And I'd like to thank my customers for supporting my company. I do appreciate it. And I plan in the future to continue to design amazing screen paints and products and whatever the Lord allows us to be able to do to give you a better screen. And keep in mind, we're not going to do that whole tippy toe and cutting corners and all that nonsense or overpriced screens. No, we're going to bring you good, amazing product. Can't wait to start getting outside to show you some of the stuff we're going to be working for outside. I mean, you're going to be able to turn your backyard into an amazing paradise, have an amazing, beautiful screen to match with it. Yeah, trust me, your neighbors are going to be definitely staring at your screen quite a bit. I get that all the time. When I fire up that screen downstairs, I get the golfers. The golfers will literally come over and look at the screen. But yeah. All right, got to go. Thank you all for your time, and God bless. Wow, we are the best. We are the best.